Hello, my friends! Today you will join me on my science adventure on the Dr. Science channel. Come with me and let's have fun! Yay! It is raining, yay!
What happened, Roy?
It is raining outside. Now, rainwater will run off and collect in water bodies, and then the water cycle will end.
No, Roy, the water cycle doesn't end. Water cycle is the continuous movement of water among different water reservoirs. That means it is continuous and doesn't end.
Oh, really? But what are water reservoirs?
Water reservoirs are storage locations of water on Earth.
Storage location? Do you mean that it is the places that have water, like seas and oceans?
Yes, that's right. But not only seas and oceans, it is any place that can store water like oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, glaciers, soil, and rocks because they have water stored in them. Also living organisms because their bodies contain water. And the atmosphere contains water in the form of water vapor. All these are water reservoirs. Do you know the main processes and steps that move water among these reservoirs?
Yes, I know. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff and collecting in water bodies.
Wow, you are so smart, Roy. Do you know what affects the movement of water in the water cycle?
No?
All the water cycle processes and steps depend on energy and force. The sun is the most important source of energy that affects the water cycle. The sunlight that comes from the sun includes thermal energy that causes the change of the state of water through the water cycle. When water in its solid state, ice, gains thermal energy from the sun, it changes to a liquid state, liquid water. And when liquid water loses energy, it changes to a solid state, ice.
Oh, and what force does?
The main force that affects the water cycle is gravity.
Gravity?
Yes, gravity is the force that causes falling of melting ice crystals and water droplets found in clouds down back to the Earth's surface, not up to the sky. It leads to the flowing of liquid water downhill into streams and rivers and towards larger water bodies. All right, flowing of water in solid state, ice in glaciers from higher altitude areas to lower altitude areas, where the frozen water melts and flows into the ground, or the water bodies. Leakage of liquid water down into the ground and then to groundwater reservoirs, flowing of groundwater from higher altitude areas to lower altitude areas.
Oh, does this mean that thermal energy from the sun and gravity force affect the movement of water in the water cycle?
Yes, that is true. You know how melting and evaporation happens, right?
Yes, I know. The sun heats water in oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, streams, and other water bodies by thermal energy. This leads to the evaporation of water and changing it into water vapor due to gaining thermal energy.
Yes, that is true.
You told me that the water cycle is the continuous movement of water among different water reservoirs. And water reservoirs are not only oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers, but also include living organisms like humans and plants. How can the water cycle happen in plants?
It happens by transpiration.
Transpiration?
Transpiration is a type of evaporation that takes place through the stomata on the plant's leaves.
But what is stomata?
Stomata are tiny pores on plant leaves that help in gas exchange and photosynthesis. So when the water in the plant leaves gains energy from the sunlight, it evaporates and gets outside the plant from the stomata. Let's do an experiment. Bring two plants that differ in size. Put one of them in the direct sunlight and the other in a shadow area. Tie around a leaf from each plant in a plastic bag. What do you notice?
Water droplets formed inside each of the two bags. But water droplets formed from the plant in the sunlight are more than water droplets formed from the plant in the shadow.
Yes, this is because sunlight affects the amount of transpiration of plants, where when the amount of energy that comes from the sun increases, the transpiration in the plant's leaves increases. About 10% of water vapor in the air comes from the transpiration of plants.
Wow, what about clouds? How can clouds form from water vapor?
Clouds formed by condensation of water. Condensation occurs when the air that is saturated with water vapor goes up and cools due to decreasing air temperature, so the water vapor changes into liquid water. Clouds are formed where they consist of tiny water droplets that are condensed in the air. So water vapor loses its energy and changes into liquid water. When large numbers of these water droplets join together, they form clouds. Clouds are made up of millions of tiny water droplets. When these water droplets become too heavy, they fall in the form of rain.
Wow, this is very interesting, but now I will play in the rain. Bye! And that's it. Now you know all about our lesson today. Remember, science isn't just about memorizing facts, it's about understanding, exploring, and having fun while learning. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun science lessons. And if you have any questions or topics you want us to cover next, drop them in the comments. Study well, and I will see you in the next adventure where science meets fun!